take up space, sis?
So you all know by now that that's like my mantra. I'm always, saying take up space. Um, in any capacity that you can. I think I've heard that phrase, but I think I really coined that phrase for myself. But it's really in the book, it talks about the space that I created, which was an untraditional path for myself to where I am right now. So I talk about, my journey um, from my parents. I put a little bit of personal snippet about my mom, who she was, some of the insecurities that I had just being my father being murdered, my mom being a teenage pregnancy, but how I triumphed through all of that. With school, the lessons that I learned, like I always knew in first generation graduate. I always knew I was going to go to college, but school has not always been easy for me. Like I'm not, I don't consider myself a scholar. I'm very smart, very articulate woman, but at the same time, it didn't come natural for me, and it could have been just in the what I was born and what I saw. So with all of that, I created a space for myself. So I talk about what that means for me. I also get personal and talk about my journey of having my son my junior year of college, which was really interesting, and really took a pivot in my life. But that was the fuel that really had me say, okay, I got to do this thing called life.